You thought you could abandon us on Earth. You thought the galaxy was yours. That these worlds were yours, to do with as you pleased. You were wrong.
G'day chaps. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Ashes of the Singularity today. I was lucky enough to be given a review copy and have played the game a little bit. So today I'd like to go through some of the pros and cons. In terms of the pros, firstly, it's a very good looking game. I find it quite attractive. I also like the ability to really customize your game, and in that essentially you have quite a lot of options. So you can reveal the entire map if you want to, or you can have blindness so you can't see beyond where your ships are, or you can have this sort of middle ground where you can see the map but you can't see the enemy unit types, and I really like that. You have different difficulties, and as many people have said, and I'll say myself also, the game doesn't cheat, and this is a really big thing. So the AI is a big plus in this game. The developers, a lot of the developers came from working on Sins of a Solar Empire and some other strategic games, so they've really focused on AI, which I think is really quite good and very unique. Another really good pro is that there are very few resources in the game to focus on. There are only metals and radioactives, they're called, that you need to mine in order to build units. In a similar vein, there aren't too many different types of units, so you're not going to get overly confused by having to build so many different kinds of units to win a battle. There also isn't much in the way of tech, and I like that because I think it means you can really concentrate on the tactics, the attack, building your defenses, and you don't have to do much micromanagement. I also think it's very good in terms of, how can I put it, just gameplay, I suppose. It's very much a game of push and shove. So you have waves, you know. When I was playing, you would attack and then you would get so far, you'd take so much land, you'd deny those resources to your enemy, and you can plan out. I didn't do it so much because I'm not that smart, but you can plan out which resources you're going to deny to your enemy if you want to be really strategic about it. So you can push forward, and then you would lose most or almost all of your units, but in the meantime you'd have built your defenses up to that point, stopping them from coming back, and it really is a game of push and shove, and I like that because I think it really works well with a game of this nature where you have a flat 2D top-down map. The only con I could really think of is replayability, and this is partly because I'm not the biggest real-time strategy fan. My preference, to be honest, is more to do with turn-based strategies, so this might just be me, but I did think that this game, I do wonder how much you could play, because once you've cracked it, and a caveat on this, of course, is that the game is still in beta, it's not actually released yet, but I can't imagine, once you've sort of cracked the game, as in you understand it and you can beat the enemy, that's going to be pretty much it, I imagine. On the other hand, it does have some real difficult, really difficult aspects to it if you up the intelligence of the enemy. So this is the kind of game that if you really wanted a game that you could master, that you would replay and get used to and then really become a master of, this might be for you. Right, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I do hope you've enjoyed this little review, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.